Now, if you've been around Shoreline for any length of time, you know that my brother has often used my story as an example in his sermons, where I was, not living right and not doing right, and he was always pestering me about coming to the Lord and trying to get my life sorted out. And I know that, most of the time when we hear Pastor, we're like, oh, he's so inspiring. But growing up with a younger brother like that was rather irritating. I'm just going to be honest about it, because he was always badgering me. He was, always trying to talk me into going to this Bible study, and he would be like, you need to get your life sorted out. Those cigarettes are going to kill you. You know the kind, right? And so he was always on my case, and I did appreciate his enthusiasm, but I just also have to say that I could not buy what he was selling. And one of the issues that I had, in fact, it was probably my biggest issue, is that when I thought about the Christian life, and I thought about like what that might entail, like going to church and being a good person and rules and regulations, there was nothing about that picture in my mind that was attractive. I didn't say, oh, that sounds exciting. and that's what I felt like he was trying to talk me into. And maybe that is a barrier for you as well. Maybe you find yourself even here this morning thinking, yeah, I know, I'm here kind of by force, and I'm not sure that this life that everybody's talking about is so great, is really as good as it's supposed to be. And so we have this like mental image in our mind. And I think there's a passage in 2 Corinthians 4 that I think captures the essence of it for us. This is certainly what was true for me at the time. Satan, who is the god of this world, has blinded the minds of those who don't believe. They are unable, and this is true, they are unable to see the glorious light of the good news. Now, most of the time when we think of that passage, we think of it in terms of the unbeliever, like I was in that point when my brother was on my case. But after 40 some odd years of being a Christian and a pastor, I have come to believe that there are ways where this passage is also true for the follower of Jesus. That even as a follower of Christ, we sometimes are not convinced that the life that he has to offer is a life that we really want.